Okay, here we go. The short version.
Hey everyone, Soundwave84 here with another TSSV video. This one's going to be a quick comparison time review as well. And what I'm doing is the short version, which I'm redoing that. I did that years ago where I pretty much just show transformation and I fast forward the rest of the video just to highlight transformation. This time I'm going to do it when the video is going to be short. I'm going to not do the transformation. So it's a little backwards, but it's a comparison time comparing the new Transformers Legacy Evolution Magnificus with Studio Series 86 Perceptor, and of course the G1 Perceptor. This is the box you get it in, and you got this from Hasbro Pulse. You get this nice, lovely dark brown box with this gold outline of the figure and the logo. Down here you get Deluxe Class Magnificus. I guess this falls in the Duration Selects line as well. I'm not sure, but it's Transformers Legacy. He's a Decepticon. Back is Magnificus, and turn here you get your legal mumbo jumbo. It is plastic free. We're saving the environment. I open the box up, you get the logo here, some more like kind of schematic things up there, and he comes in nothing but cardboard on the inside. Now inside you'll get your handy dandy trusty instruction booklet or pamphlet. It's very thin, and of course you get your Magnificus figure. It is pretty much just your Studio Series 86 Perceptor done in some new colors. You get the blacks instead of the reds, the grays instead of the light baby blues, and you get some nice glossy red paint right there on the inside. This is actually all this black plastic, and they just painted the inside a nice glossy red. It does make it stand out through the clear plastic here, which the chest here is done in pretty much the same color plastic you got on your 86 Perceptor. It's not silver, it's more that off creamy white. You do get a G1-esque head sculpt and nice yellow eyes in here. So he's got yellow eyes, so help me guys. Is that what he said in the Christmas story? Yes, it's almost Christmas time. So we'll bring in the Studio Series 86 Perceptor so you can see the difference. You get the same weapon, and they get the same overall look. You just get the new head and new colors of plastic. So otherwise, figure is exactly the same. Also looked at the head sculpt. You can see there, blue eyes, yellow eyes. Decepticon logo goes here. All about logos inside the chest, a la the cartoon and movie. And you do get a Decepticon logo on top of the viewer here. And we'll bring in the G1 Perceptor. So you can see that they get these similar faces here. Where he had more thick yellow eyes, his eyes are a lot smaller hidden in there. But you get the nose in between. But it is very similar to G1. So if you could pop this head off here and you had a Studio Series 86 Perceptor, you can make a G1 toy version of this figure. I'm sure Toy Hacks will probably come out with labels, if they might already have, to mimic the G1 toy, and you pop the head off and exchange it. It's on a ball joint. I've actually tried to get Perceptor's head off, but it's really on there, and all I ended up doing is taking the entire piece out that the head transforms on. And I'm not able to get it off. I'm pretty sure I could just slide it down here in the middle, separate it, and put it on. It's pretty snug on there. So if I try to pop it off, I probably will split it in half anyway, or stress the plastic to, where it's almost breaking, because it's very snug. Articulation is just the same as you got on your other Perceptor. You get your shoulders all around, your bicep swivels, your elbow bends. There's no wrist swivels. You get a 360 on the waist. You get your hips, your thigh swivels. You get your hips front, back, sideways. You can get the full splits and that weird janky stuff because of transformation. Very deep knee bends. You get your ankle tilts. The head does not really look up or down. Kind of wobbles to the side, and you can 360 it all around. It does have to go back for transformation. Your guns, like I said, is exactly the same as the Perceptor one. It's just cast in blast plastic, black plastic. My Magnificus here, it does seem to untab very easily on the shoulders when I want to move his arms around. So I don't know, your mileage may vary kind of thing here. My Perceptor doesn't really have this problem, but Magnificus, if I want to move his arms, this one's not as bad, but this one is a little more tight on the ball joint, and it just wants to come undone a little bit easier on this side. Again, very nice figure. We get a Decepticon Perceptor Magnificus in black plastic. We get a nice glossy red paint here, a new G1-esque head sculpt, and let's show them off in Microscope mode. And here the two are side by side in their Microscope modes and Microscope. And you can see very G1 cartoon-esque. This one here, I really do like the glossy red paint, especially in this mode. It does give it a little touch of evil. Plus, you get the Decepticon logo right there, which is very much like G1 had the Autobot logo on top of his. So this is him in Microscope mode comparison. It's exactly the same figure, transforms exactly the same way, and you can get it into that little battle tank as well. Remember, this dial does not turn or do anything. They are just for show. It is not a real working microscope. Here he is in his battle tank mode next to your Perceptor. You got the tank treads molded in right here. And it transforms, it's like 3-4 steps. So you just move his hips around and swing his legs the reverse way on that little swivel in the thigh. And you get this right here, which is pretty cool. You know, nothing bad. It's something the G1 figure could do, which was a little bit more extensive on that. Your Titans Returns Perceptor could do it as well. And actually had a little more G1-esque of the transformation. This one here is a lot more simpler. A lot more simpler. Yes, a lot more simpler. It's a lot simpler. And then that one, pretty easy. And it makes a decent looking battle tank mode. Final thoughts in the comparison here with your Netflix Megatron exclusive from Walmart. It's a nice figure. If you like the Studio Series 86 Perceptor, you're going to like this figure. If you like offshoots of other characters, it's pretty cool. I like the black, the silver, and the red next to each other. It's always been some colors I like when they mix them together in a robot. I like the fact he has a G1 head, and I will eventually pry that sucker off and put it on my second Studio Series 86 Perceptor and so get some labels and try to make me a G1 toy-like Perceptor. So I have a G1 cartoon version and a G1 toy version. So I do have two Magnificuses, yes. And I will pry one of their heads off and switch it with my Perceptor. And if I do that, I will show it off. I'm pretty sure someone will probably beat me to the punch on actually doing that. It's a good figure. It does have a few QC problems with mine. The shoulders aren't like staying latched in up here in robot mode. Easy to unlatch it when you want to move, especially this arm here, his left arm, when you want to move his arms around. That's really probably about it in the figure. He's very light. If you don't own any Perceptors, he's a very, very light figure. It feels like you have nothing in your hand when you're holding it. He's so light. Most Transformers nowadays are decently light. G1 Perceptor, you can tell he's hefty. He's a hefty boy. This guy, not a hefty boy. I do love it. I do like Perceptor. He's always been one of my favorite characters ever since I picked him out at Toys R Us back in 1985. Love Perceptor. Love the character. Love Magnificus as well. Pretty cool looking Transformer. And thanks for watching. Until the next ones. Peace out.